Okay, so here's my update for this week, kind of on how training and my diet is going. And I just want to start out by saying I think I'm gonna start making some changes, just minor changes to how I do these updates. I mean, I think just over time I'm gonna keep just kind of evolving what I'm doing here, and hopefully by the time it gets time to compete, my videos will be a lot better than they are now. But I think what I'm going to start doing is, instead of uploading the videos on Sunday, I'm going to upload them on Monday and kind of do the overview then. So actually, I think this week I'm going to upload this on Monday because it'll have, I don't know, just the way MyFitnessPal does the weeks, like Monday through Sunday, I can have like a full overview of everything that I've eaten. I think I'm still going to do my measurements on Sunday, but then I'm just going to kind of do my overview of my diet and everything on Monday and post it on Mondays. Also, I'm thinking that kind of my vlog videos that I've been tacking on to the end of this, where I take clips of like what I've eaten and all that stuff throughout the week, I think I'm just going to turn it into just a general vlog, because I've been getting more into talking about other things besides just like fitness and everything. So I think I'm gonna keep just the strict, like, my workouts and my diet on here and have like some shorter videos that are maybe just like 10 or 15 minutes, and then having the little vlog videos separate, or maybe not post them. I don't know. We'll see what I want to do, because I find myself, I'm like talking about school and work and other things in those, and so they're not really like fitness vlogs. So I think I don't know how I'm gonna post them, but I think I'm gonna start posting them separately. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that. I don't know how many people are even watching these on a regular basis, but if any of you are, I'm gonna just kind of play around with changing it up a little bit. And also, I have come across some other people that are doing like bikini prep vlogs, and I came across this one lady. Like, I haven't really known what to call this, because it's not really competition prep, even though I am kind of working out with the ultimate goal of doing a competition. But she has some videos where she was calling it pre-prep. So she had been working with a coach for several months to kind of just play around with, eating and working out and all this stuff. And the coach, they were calling it pre-prep. And then she's now in like her second or third week of actual competition prep. So she's been doing pre-prep for several months, and now she's actually into her competition prep. And so I like that. I think that's technically what this would be, but I'm not like prepping with a coach, so it's almost like pre-prep. So I don't know, but I will say for this week, I do feel like I've added in a second workout in the afternoon, and it's a very brief workout. It takes me about 10 minutes or so to get it done. And even with just adding that little bit of an extra workout, I do feel like I'm feeling a difference. Like, I feel like since I've been doing the same exact workout every day for the last few months, adding in some different movements, I can feel areas they feel to me tighter and more toned in certain areas, because I'm working a few different muscles than I have been working consistently. And so I feel really good about it. And the fact that it's only 10 minutes, because there's already been, just with this week, a couple days where I'm like, oh my gosh, it's getting late, it's kind of time to eat and settle down for bed. I haven't done my workout yet, but I'm like, it'll only take me 10 minutes. It's not a big deal. And I'm doing it at home. So, I've been able to get those done because it's not a lot and it's so quick. And so I feel like it's the right thing for me now to just start out slowly like this. And I think for the next couple months, it's really gonna be more so playing around with my diet. And I don't know, just and I go through these phases, like something's changed in me to where I do want to try to eat cleaner. I know people say cleaner or whatever, but I know that processed food is really like not good for me or for anyone really. And so I'm really going to try to cut out the processed food as much. Ideally, I would love to get to a point where I'm eating only like locally grown food or food. I wish I could garden and grow food for myself. But honestly, what I'm thinking is if I can get a pretty consistent diet, I've already shifted to like eating the same thing or wearing the same thing, and how that's like made my life so much easier because it's been taking the choice out of what to wear every day. And I've mentioned this, if I could get to a point where I was eating the same thing every day, that would take the choice out of eating. And then if I'm eating a lot of these like fruits and vegetables and I'm eating the same thing every day, maybe I could grow those myself, just focusing on these few specific foods. Anyway, that's in the future, but for now I'm just focused on trying to eat healthier and really trying to get back on a plant-based diet and trying to be consistent with what I eat. So, in the past I'd just been tracking my macros no matter what I eat and just like to see what I eat, and that was eye-opening, and seeing how many calories I was actually eating, because I had no idea. When you don't track it, you don't know. And then now this last week I was eating this diet where it was just under 2,000 calories, and there's some things I want to tweak with it this week, so I'm going to meal prep tonight, and it's going to be something similar, something's different. I have been eating meat just because my roommate had some steaks that he didn't want, but this week I'm going to try to stay all plant-based, because I've got some plant-based meats and stuff, and once I eat these that I bought at the store, I'm going to try to get in a habit. I know how to make seitan in my Instant Pot, and I think I've got most of the ingredients to make it, and I think I want to start having like one of my main proteins being seitan that I make on my own. So anyway, that's just coming up in the future. I haven't taken my measurements today. Oh, I wasn't sure if I had lost weight this week, but I just looked at what my weight was last week, and it looks like I did lose a little bit of weight. So I'll talk about that here in a minute. So sorry about the long introduction. I'm gonna do my measurements real quick, and then I will kind of hop back on and talk about kind of what I ate and all that throughout the week. Okay, so the setup in my room has changed a little bit. I don't have as much space, but I noticed in the video last week I had all that stuff hanging on my door, and I think it made it kind of hard to see how my body looks. So I moved all that stuff off my door, and so I'm gonna start by showing my gym outfit. So this is what I wore to the gym today, just because I'm out of the white t-shirts. I think my roommate's been wearing some of the shirts. But yeah, so this is how, I think this shirt kind of skews it, because this shirt kind of makes my figure look a little bit different. Well, here, let's do it in my sports bra. Okay, so yeah. I think these were the same pants I wore last week, and the same bra too. I never feel like I look any different. But I feel different this week for sure. So there's that, and I'll go ahead and measure my top while I'm here. Last week my chest was 32 1/4 around the band. So what is it now? About 30, it's about the same, 32. I think it was like 32 and a half. Let me do that again. So here's this. Yeah, it's about 32 and a half. So a little bit bigger. And then the top up here, which I think maybe I'm just not good at measuring. So there's also that. This is 37 3/4. It looks like, what was it last week? 37 and a half. So my chest got bigger. What? Okay, and I'll get my underwear. I've also been practicing walking in like competition heels, and so maybe I'll start filming myself in the heels, so I'll go ahead and maybe put those on. All right, so here is how I look. About the same. I got the heels on. So I've been wearing these for about 4 days, and I can already tell that I'm getting way more comfortable in walking in them. I haven't practiced any posing or anything. Right now it's just getting comfortable, like moving around and walking in them. But here's the front. I feel like it still looks about the same. Side. There we go. Now let's do the measurements. So I'm not even gonna look at what my waist was last week. So here, it is about 34 1/4. What was it last week? 35 1/4. Hips. Biggest part around. 42 1/4. Last week it was 43 3/4. Did I measure wrong last week? Maybe I did. That just seems like a lot. Or maybe I'm doing this a little bit later in the day today. I don't know. Okay, now my thighs. I can really feel, I've been doing some deadlifts in my new workout, so we'll see if it's made a difference. So go up 6 and around. This looks like about 22 3/4. Last week it was 23. I don't think it's quite 23. 22 3/4 is what I'll go with. I forget what my weight was this morning, but I will, yeah, I'll get on my Fitness Pal and everything and do an update about all that. All right, so here is my weight for last week. So this was the first week that I had really like put together a meal plan, weighed out my foods and everything, stuck to it. And what happened with my weight was I really started on Monday. So I started at 158.2 on Monday. And then it dropped down for 2 days straight. And I was like, wow, I feel like I'm eating a lot of food, a lot of calories, and my weight is still falling. So this is good. But then on Wednesday, on Thursday, it started to go back up. It went up some more on Friday, me doing exactly the same thing, like no changes. I don't know, maybe if I could have been drinking different amounts of water or maybe different amounts of salt. Like I wasn't measuring my salt that I was using. But then Saturday it went down, and then today it went down substantially to 155.9. It was teetering on 155.9 and 156. So basically like 156. But I mean, that's a more than 2-pound loss or almost a 2-pound loss from last week. Wait, no, more than a 2-pound loss. So yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm going to keep maybe doing a very similar thing. I'm not going to eat the exact same things, but I think it maybe went down a little bit more yesterday because I was busy and I've been eating my first meal around 3:00, with it being oatmeal. And then I was having a protein shake after my workout. And then I was having dinner like kind of later, about 7:30. But yesterday I was busy and I didn't end up eating until I ate everything later on. And I also didn't eat. I ran out of yogurt. So let me just, I guess, show you what I was eating instead of talking about it like this. So for instance, most days I start with coffee. I have some pre-workout and I have a multivitamin. Then around, like I said, 2 or 3 o'clock, I have oats. And in the oats, I have flaxseed, powdered peanut butter, mixed berries. And I started putting my protein shake in the oats just because I don't like... There's 2 things I didn't like about having the protein shake is I just don't really like to drink it, I guess. And then number 2, that was like an extra dish that I would have to clean. I would have to rinse out the shaker bottle and all that. And if I just put it in the bowl with my oatmeal, that's like, I can be a little bit lazier. So I've started doing that. And I think I'm going to stick to that. And then for dinner, I've been eating different frozen vegetables. Actually, I did lower my calories the last couple of days because of these vegetable blends. Because I had been eating just a whole bag of these steamed vegetables, but there was 4 servings in every bag. And then I realized, I don't know why I didn't realize before, the ones that I had gotten before weren't even vegan. They had like milk and all this stuff in them. So these new ones that I have, they are vegan. I think most of them are. And then I've also been just having, I think I just did 2 servings. So these vegetables where it says potato blend, it was a bag of 4 servings, and this was 2 servings, and it was not a lot. So I think that cut down my calories there. And then, yeah, my roommate had a piece of lamb. Yeah, and then fruit. So that's what I've been having. So that day was only about 1,600 calories. Yesterday, it wasn't a lot because not only did I have the lower... Oh, I forgot to put the vegetables. So there we go. About 1,300 calories yesterday because I didn't have the yogurt because I'm out of that yogurt. My roommate told me I could have some of his, but when we looked at the calories on his yogurt, like not only does it have like milk in it, mine's dairy free, but it was like triple the calories that mine had, or double. Mine was like 160 and his was like 200 something. So I was just like, no, I'll just go without the yogurt. So I guess, I dropped the calories. Oh, my weight was going up on these days that I was having. Something's missing on this day too. I think I didn't have an apple because at the end of the night I was getting Yeah. Okay, so yeah, this was what I was eating Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, close to 1900 calories. And so I have my oatmeal, the yogurt, orange. Oh, and he was making the steak. The steak he was making early in the week, he was putting like honey and uh, butter on it when he was cooking it. And so, yeah, so I guess the butter took off 100 calories. So, yeah, so on Thursday, I had him cook the steak differently without the butter. And then I'm missing something else, I think. Or maybe it's just that. But anyway, so yeah, like dropping the calories just a little bit did have, so I guess that around 1800 calories must be my maintenance weight. And then whenever I start dropping it below that, or my maintenance calories, and then once I start dropping it below that, it looks like my weight starts to drop. Interesting. Anyway, my average for the week ended up being about 1700. So yeah, I'll play around a little bit and see what I'm doing next week, but I think I'm going to stick to about the same. I'm going to have, my breakfast is always going to be the same. And then I like the oats because I can just throw all this powdered stuff in there to get some more protein. So my lunch is 36 grams of protein, which isn't bad. And then I want to try to get more protein into my dinner. So we'll see. I do like having the fruit at night though, because, or with dinner, because that's kind of like, I feel like whenever I eat, I like to go back and forth between like savory and sweet stuff. So I'll like take a few bites of the vegetables or the lamb, and then I'll take some bites of fruit, and then I'll go back to like the lamb or the quinoa. So I just kind of like snack back and forth with things. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens next week, but yeah, that's interesting. I can't believe I lost that much weight overnight. Really, I never thought I'd get to like the 155 or close to the 155 based on how it was going, earlier in the week where it was just kind of going up. So, yeah. Okay, so that was a pretty good check-in, I think. Lost some weight, lost some inches. I have my diet pretty consistent this week, so I'm going to try to stick to that. I'm going to stick to doing that extra 10-minute workout. I'm going to keep walking in the heels. Another thing that I'm looking into is like fake tan, because I know tan is a big thing, and I just had an ad pop up on Instagram, so I bought this stuff. And I've tried it on my face. I don't know if you can tell my face. I don't really like it on my face. I have some other like daily stuff that I use on my face that I think I like better. But tonight, after I take a shower, I think I'm going to try it on my body. So maybe next week I can let you know how this goes. I know a lot of people do spray tan for their competitions, but I've come across other people say that they use sunless tanners. So I may just start testing some of them out and just see if any of them, I'd rather do it on my own, because it just, when I was watching some competition prep videos before, it seemed like the tanning just added this whole other level of stress on like competition day or the day before, because you're having to get there and make your appointment to get your tan and all this stuff. And if there's a way that I could just do it myself and have control over it myself, I feel like I prefer to do that. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Like I said, I think I'm gonna start posting my vlogs separately. So I will go ahead and just end this here, and then I will have like a separate post for kind of like my video clips that I took throughout the week. So yeah, I feel good. Like I feel like I'm actually now at, setting my meal plan and starting that second workout. I feel like I'm actually starting to ramp up a little bit more. There's a competition in April, and I don't think, I've got like qualifying exams and stuff in the spring, so I'm hesitant to put like a date that I want to compete in that April competition, but I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And if I feel like I'm getting close by the end of the year, I have a couple coaches in mind that I think I want to reach out to. And so if it looks like I may be in a position to be able to compete by then, I may reach out to some coaches. But for now, that's just, you know, a maybe, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, just kidding. I am gonna clip one video that I took this week. I kind of did a run through, not of me actually doing my workout, but I kind of talked through like where I'm doing the second workout and what equipment that I'm using at home. So I thought that might be useful to attach on the end here. So I'll attach that, and if I go through my photos and find any other like little clips that seem relevant, I might go ahead and throw those in. So I am going to add one other video to this. All right, so I started working out in the living room yesterday, but then most of our weights had been moved to this room because I'm planning to like redo the living room. And so I decided it was just easier to do my workout in here for the time being because I've got enough space. So I actually didn't use this one yesterday. I have another one. Well, my roommate, this is all my roommate stuff except for the pink weights. But he has another one, and I just didn't really like the plates or the feel of the bar. So I'm switching to this other one that he has, and it's only got, I think these are 15-pound. Yeah, so it's got a 15-pound weight on each side. I don't know how much the bar weighs. I don't think this bar weighs that much, so I'm not even going to count that weight when I enter it in MyFitnessPal. So I'm just going to put 30 pounds. And so, like I said, I was doing 2 different deadlifts. I was doing, I guess, a regular deadlift and then a sumo deadlift. And I also like straight leg deadlifts. So I think I might swap out, I don't know, maybe I'll add a straight leg deadlift too, because these aren't really that hard for me. And I'm starting out easy because I was actually a little bit sore today. Just a little bit, like not a lot, but I'm glad that I started out where I did yesterday. But yeah, I've got the chair set up to do my split squats, and so I've got some 5-pound weights that I hold when I do that to just kind of keep my balance. One of these days I'll film myself doing this, but I'm not ready yet. And I've got some shoes here to kind of use. I was afraid to, I don't know, I was afraid that to do it barefoot because I thought I may accidentally like drop this on my foot and hurt it. So I've got these flat shoes. What else? I did the deadlifts, I did the Bulgarian squats, I did the plank and the push-ups just here on the floor, and then in another doorway I've got a like pull-up bar that I was doing the dead hangs from. So I've already eaten my oatmeal about 30 minutes, an hour ago, and so now I'm going to do my little workout and then have a protein shake. To be honest, I'm not like hungry, and so I debated with my roommate, like, should I eat? Because at some point I will be like, here, let me show that. Like at some point I do plan to, you know, increase this workout, so I feel like I will need food before the workout, or it may make my workout better. But at this point the workout is so light, I don't think I really need the oatmeal. So I'm wondering if I should eat it, but I think I'm just gonna stick to my meals right now and just stick to it for this week, what I already have planned, and then just play around with it. And I wasn't even really paying attention to macros whenever I put together the meal plan. I just wanted something that I could stay consistent with. And I'm looking at the macros, and right now with the steak that I'm eating, the fat is way too much. But I think once I finish up these steaks, I don't know how many more he has, like maybe 1 or 2 for me, but I was looking at the fat content of the like vegan food, and so I think that fat's going to be a little bit lower. My fat is kind of high, my protein is pretty low, and my carbs are actually not super high, which that was what I used to have trouble with, was keeping my carbs down. But yeah, my carbs weren't like that. Actually they were, like for a training. I came across this YouTube channel of this woman she's been doing pre-prep, which I guess that's technically what I'm doing right now is pre-prep. And so she's got several videos on that. Like maybe I'll try to remember to link it. But she's got several videos of pre-prep, and then now I think she's on her like second or third week of actual like competition prep. And so I've been going through her pre-prep videos, and like I've been seeing the macros that she has, and yeah, like the carbs that I have are, I just went by the carbs that or the macros that my Fitness Pal threw up there for me for my weight loss, I don't know, my weight loss goal. And I think the carbs are gonna have to come down. So protein up, fat and carbs down. But I'm gonna stick with what I have now and then work on adjusting macros and my workout and my eating times throughout the next few months and see where we get with that. I'm excited to be adding a little bit more workout in. I'm excited to feel like I have a little bit more time with work and everything to be able to do this. So I'm hoping that I will start to be making a little bit more progress over the next few weeks.